Hello and welcome to the Boombirds demo. Boombirds is a workflow management tool that helps you streamline your business operations and ensures process adherence by your teams. What you're viewing here is the service board of Boombirds, which follows a Kanban methodology. Now, the service board of Boombirds has been classified into the to-do, doing, and done stages, where you will be able to view service requests under different stages of progress. The service board also has multi-dimensional filters to view service requests by service type or by category, by assignee, by assigned teams, by the customers it was created for, or by priority. Let us now take the example of statutory audit use case and see how a service workflow for statutory audit can be created and completed using Boombirds. So to create a service request for statutory audit, we're going to choose the statutory audit service type, choose the customer for whom we're creating the request, and fill in the details of the service request we're going to be creating. Fictitious company goes Zodiac Capital. Here I'll define the priority of the request and choose the due date by which the service is due. The next step is to assign this particular service request to our team. Once you've done that, hit the finish button to create the service request. To start working on the service request, say yes, start work. This will take you into the ticket and say start work to start working on this particular service request. Service request is now in the to-do, check, appointment or reappointment of an auditor stage. So under this step, there is a checklist that has been configured. So once I have examined the documentary evidences regarding the appointment or reappointment of an auditor, I would say to complete confirmation of this checklist. So when I say examined, it means that I have completed the examination of the documentary evidences. The next step is to verify the previous year's audit data. Here again, there is a series of checklists to be completed. The checklists are basically action items or reminders for this person working on the service ticket to complete the activities required of that particular step without missing out on any action that needs to be performed here. So we'll quickly complete all these checklists and move on to the next step, which is basically the examining company systems. Now, once I have completed examining the internal control systems of the company, I would mark this checklist as complete. So once I've completed this step, the service request has now moved to the doing verify bill documents stage. Here again, once I have verified the bills, etc. that are required to be verified for statutory audit, I would be marking these checklists as complete and confirming every action I'm doing. Now, all the actions performed in a workflow step are captured under the action log. Now, every step will have a log of activities that have been performed within that step. So now that we've completed the checklist, we're going to complete this step now. The next step is to verify the challan documents. And once I've completed the checklists that are required of this particular step, I would be marking all these checklists as complete before proceeding to the next step. Boombirds also allows subtasks to be created within a step. For example, if there are multiple activities that need to be performed within a step, then I can ask my team, I can delegate the responsibility of completing certain tasks to certain members of my team, for which I'll be able to create a task here and assign tasks to my team members so that all the steps required of this particular activity to be completed will be completed by my team, and I can mark this step as completed. So we now move on to the next step, which is preparing a draft audit report. So once I have assigned my team to work on the draft audit report and the team starts working on it, they will be viewing a series of checklists that they would need to complete. Once I've completed writing the executive summary, I would be marking this step as complete. And once I've compiled the results and recommendations, I would also be marking this checklist as complete. At this stage, if I wish to send out an update to the customer saying that the draft audit report is ready, then I can go to the customer updates tab and send out an update from here quickly. This update will be sent out via an email to the customer. So send out an update like this, and you can also attach documents or images to this update and send it out to the customer. So once I have completed that, I would be marking this step as complete here. And the workflow moves on to the next step, that is following up on client queries with a draft audit report. Once I have followed up with my client, I will also mark this step as complete, in which case the workflow will move on to the next step, that is preparing the final audit report. So once I have finalized the results and recommendations of the final audit report, I would mark this step as complete as well, and for which a series of checklists need to be completed here. So once I have prepared the final report, and if I wish to send an update to my customer, I would be able to do that. So I'm going to mark this step as complete. And once I've prepared the final audit report, the workflow has proceeded to the get concurrence from partner step, where the partner of the firm will verify the final audit report and confirm or give a go ahead, so that this step can be marked as complete as well. So the partner will approve the final audit report. The next step is to upload the final audit report and notify the customer about it. So we're going to do that now. So once I say uploaded, you can see that I am prompted to send out a customer update. So we send out a quick update to the customer. I can also attach the final audit report here and get the concurrence from the client on the final audit report and answer any clarifications as required. Now the next step, I would also be able to choose where the workflow should lead to in the next step. For example, I may wish to assign this step to the partner team itself, or I may choose to assign it to the billing team. So in this case, we're going to choose the billing team, and I can also give out a message here to the billing team to start working on this step. So you can see now that the workflow has moved from the doing to the done stage, and from the preparation of the final audit report, the flow has moved to raising the invoice. This is an assumption that the client has approved the final audit report. So there is a form that has been configured here. In every step, if there is a certain amount of information to be captured within a particular step, that can be captured using custom forms. So we're going to fill out this form now. We add the amount here, and also to choose the date on which it is invoiced. So once I've completed invoicing my customer, I would mark this step as complete, which means that the button that has been configured here is invoice raised. So once I have raised the invoice, I will also send out an update to the customer saying that the invoice has been raised. I can also attach the invoice here. And the next step is to confirm the payment. So we're going to assign the billing team again. And the emails that were sent to the customer, or the replies that were received from customers, can also be viewed from the emails tab here, where I'll be able to expand and see the emails I have sent to my customer and his responses. Okay, so the workflow is in the receipt detail stage now, wherein the finance team or the billing team is confirming receipt of payment. So we're going to mark this step as complete now and complete the activity here. Now the next step is to close or complete the request. So we're going to assign this to the partners team now. And on hitting proceed, the workflow moves on to the close request stage, which has to be done by the partner. So once the payment has been received by the audit firm, we'll be marking this checklist as complete. And once the client has been handed over the audit report, final audit report by the firm, then this step is going to be marked as complete as well. So now we are now at the stage where we're going to close the request. We send out a final update to the customer saying that the statutory audit has been completed. And also attach the final report here for reference if required, and send out this update. Since all the items required of that particular service request have been completed now, the service request will move out from the service board into the report section, where it will be archived for future use. So this is the service request that we just completed, And in the reports view, I'll be able to see an entire activity log of all the activities that have happened from start to finish during the course of the journey of this particular ticket, along with the actions that have been performed by various users. So we'll now switch to the Wallboard, which is basically a collaboration channel which helps you engage with your customers or with your employees with posts such as those shared on social media networks, etc. Now, the Wallboard is an interactive platform which allows you to share information with your employees or with your customers. You can choose to share information to all groups in your network, or to specific groups, or even to specific users. You'll be able to send out communications to your customers if, for example, you have introduced a new service. You can do that using the Wallboard. And you can type out a message like this, and also choose how to send colorful posts, and also receive acknowledgements from them if required. And you can post this message on your Wallboard, so clients will be able to see the message when they log into the system. Thank you for watching this demo. For any queries or questions, reach out to us on support@boombirds.com.